See, America is great today because a lot of their stories have been told of before America became actually America of today. Even in the 80s and 70s,
Yeah.
they had great stories being told of how America will look like in the future. It's the same thing I'm trying to do selfishly for Nigeria, to see a black character exploring space and technology, and that's also inspired people growing up. And you have no idea, but Star Wars and Star Trek has inspired a lot of young Americans growing up
Mm-hmm.
to aspire. Almost Steve Jobs almost said it, that creating some technology, he saw some of his technology fitting into the Star Wars universe. So it's the same thing. I want to inspire, in a way, if it's possible,
Yeah.
young Nigerians growing up to see that it's in the next 10 years, this technology we are exploring in this story
Mm-hmm.
can be actualized, or at least something better, maybe.
Please, the floor is yours. Tell us, what is transhuman?
Transhuman. Transhuman is actually a movement inspired by science fiction, saying that in the future humans will become so advanced that they'll transcend what we presently know to be the bounds of humanity. So, for example, a human can be obviously a humanoid with robotic arms, and his brain can be uploaded into another subject body. So, ideas like these ideas of the transhuman is based on the limits at which this technology and inventions we have right now would push humanity to, how
Okay.
far it's going to reach in the future.
Okay.
So I didn't come up with the concept, but it's a concept I was fascinated by, and I think it's true because everything we are doing right now
Mm.
looks pretty much like we are advancing towards that concept of transhumanism, to become transhumans.
Okay. All right. So I understand you're telling this whole story from a Nigerian perspective. So tell me, as a Nigerian, which I'm actually representing the audience right now, tell me, how are you telling this story from a Nigerian perspective? What do the Nigerians actually have to experience from this transhuman comic?
First, when I thought of writing a comic, when I had the idea for the transhuman comic, obviously I'm a Nigerian, so this is the only reality I know for sure
Yeah.
because I'm every day here. I'm experiencing the Nigerian life, and secondly, I've not seen enough stories being told in this aspect. I've not seen enough Nigerian science fiction that I can connect with, or that I really know for sure. I don't know any Nigerian science fiction. Maybe there are, but I don't. Maybe I've not been able to research enough. So when I
Okay.
started creating a comic, I love science fiction. I thought of creating a science fiction story, and the best I can't arbitrarily throw the science fiction story in space.
Yeah.
I need to make it relatable because people that will read it will be everyday people like you and I. So they need to be able to relate with the character. That's why I decided to make it a Nigerian story. And also, maybe also selfishly, I see America is great today because a lot of their stories have been told of before America became actually America of today. Even in the 80s and 70s,
Yeah.
they had great stories being told of how America will look like in the future. It's the same thing I'm trying to do selfishly for Nigeria, to see a black character exploring space and technology, and that's also inspired people growing up. And you have no idea, but Star Wars and Star Trek has inspired a lot of young Americans growing up
Mm-hmm.
to aspire. Almost Steve Jobs almost said it, that creating some technology, he saw some of his technology fitting into the Star Wars universe. So it's the same thing. I want to inspire, in a way, if it's possible,
Yeah.
young Nigerians growing up to see that it's in the next 10 years, this technology we are exploring in this story
Mm-hmm.
can be actualized, or at least something better, maybe.
Okay. Okay. All right. So if I'm getting you clearly, you're trying to tell all these stories just the same way the Americans have told theirs, but you're actually trying to tell these stories from a Nigerian perspective.
Yeah,
In the
yeah,
real sense, a Nigerian who is growing up should actually believe in his own superpowers and
yeah,
actually believe that
yeah,
there's a whole lot of things that can actually happen
yeah.
in the Nigerian perspective.
Yes, because the reason why we can't dream enough to become things is because we have not seen people like us with the same color of our skin who have done those things.
Okay, okay. But
And lastly,
mm-hmm.
thirdly, to also inspire people to dream, to say that Nigerians can do this. Nigerians can do this. We can.
The possibilities.
Yeah, civilization started with Africa, of course. We are smart as people.
Nice, that's nice, nice. I actually believe I see myself as a superhero right now. Okay, all right. Okay, so moving on. Now my question now is Reading through your transhuman story or the comic, now I discover you chose Mina
Yeah.
as your primary base or where you tell your story. Now, can you enlighten the audience or can you enlighten me because I'm a representation of the audience why you chose Mina as your base?
Mina. Because the character is a university student. I went to university in Futmina, so that was the best university experience I've had. So I thought that's the only way I could tell the story better, to put the guy in Futmina as a university student.
Okay.
Aside that, Mina City as a whole have a lot of history with the old Nigerian general history.
Okay.
During the Civil War, like it was rumored that there's some secret base in Mina that Gowon and some other military guys transmitted and broadcasted and communicated to other soldiers during the Nigerian Civil War.
Yeah, okay.
And also with the Kenji Dam, Niger State is also like the main countries. Kenji Dam and Shiroro Dam are in
Yeah.
in Niger State,
Yes.
and that supplies the country with a lot of electricity.
Okay.
So, transhuman, the experimentation, of course, there'll be a lot of energy needed to experiment that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why I chose Mina. And also, there are two heads of states who are based in Mina. During the Babangida is from Mina. What is Abdusalam is from Mina.
Okay.
So all those factors just like conjured to make me set. I know Mina well, like not well, but
to a
I've
great
been
extent.
yeah to an extent. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So now, personally to you, what would you want your viewers to take or people reading this whole comic? What would you want them? What's the underlying message? Is like in a very short sentence. What would you want them to take from this comic book? Like I understand you have issue 1 and issue 2.
Yeah.
Yes. Now,
And
what
issue
would
3 will
you-
be out soon.
Yes, issue 3 will be out soon. Yes, exactly. I understand that. I'm a big fan. But then, what would you want your viewers to take from issue 1, issue 2? What would you want them to expect? What do you want them to take from issue 1, issue 2? What do you want them to expect from issue 3? Like, how would you like to guide their focus or their direction in this your comic story?
Yeah, I don't know if I can control that. But whatever they take out of the story, it's fine. But I can only say I'm honestly trying to tell the best possible stories with all these factors in place. I feel different people will relate to the story in different ways. Some people will like different elements of the story. Maybe some people like the art. They just like the comic because of the art. Some people like the comic because of the humor, because of I don't know if there's humor, sha.
Okay.
And some people like it because of the story and but really all in all I want people to see themselves like we are really human beings living honestly, struggling with our daily life, because the human story is really us trying to surpass our limits. We trying to do better daily
Yes,
in everything we find ourselves doing. That's why we created technology, for Christ's sake. We created animals were pulling our loads before, then we made cars, then now we have logistics that can carry loads across overseas and far areas.
Yes.
So we're always creating technology that makes our life easier. But I'm saying with all of this technology we are creating, let's not lose our humanity. Yeah.
Oh. That's nice. Okay, so if I understand you well, you're basing the underlying message of your comic on individual perspective. Not really because you're trying to impose something that they should get from this comic.
No,
But
G.
it is based on individual. So in the real
Whatever they
sense,
get out of it,
whatever
it's
they
fine.
get out of it
Some
is
people may
fine.
completely hate the comic. It's fine as well. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So conclusively, how do viewers who are intrigued by this comic, how do they get your comic? How do they?
Get the Transhuman comic.
Yes.
Right now we
Because
have.
I think if I'm a viewer right now, I think I'll actually be
Want to
intrigued by this
get
story,
the
and I want a copy of the comic book, whether by soft copy. In fact, I think I want both a soft copy and a hard copy. So, how do I get a copy of this comic book?
Right now the comic book issue 1 and 2 is up for free on comicworks.com.
Wow.
www.comicworks.com. Comicworks is like the biggest African showcasing African comics. So it's
Okay.
there. I put it up for free, but it should treat definitely. We're working on the logistics for it. Should treat.
Okay.
Depends. We might as well put it up for free on Comicworks. That's to get the soft copy. You can get it at comicworks.com.
Okay.
Search for Transhuman on their search engine. You see the Transhuman comic and you can read it 1 and 2.
Okay.
Chinrito. And to get the hard copy, you can we have set up a link on Konga. You can search for Transhuman comic on konga.com.
Okay.
And you can get, once you order for the hard copy, you can send it across to you wherever you are in Nigeria. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I think that's going to be a wrap for today's session. Thank you, viewers, for.
I hope this is the record. We just die.